September 26, 1983. Inside a pitch-black Soviet nuclear command center, the silence is suddenly broken. An alarm blares. The screens turn red. The base's automated computer systems begin flashing a single, terrifying message. 5 American nuclear missiles are inbound, heading straight for Soviet territory. The Soviet protocol for this exact scenario was absolutely clear. Report the incoming strike and initiate immediate nuclear retaliation. The man on duty that night was Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov. The computer demanded a counterstrike. The military doctrine demanded a counterstrike. But Petrov hesitated. If he had simply executed the orders on his screen, hundreds of missiles would have launched toward America. Human civilization would have ended in a matter of minutes. This diagram illustrates Petrov's reasoning. He realized that an actual preemptive nuclear strike wouldn't be 5 isolated missiles. It would logically be a massive wave of hundreds of warheads designed to completely cripple the enemy. He made an impossible call. He ignored the alarm and reported a system failure. And he was right. The satellite sensors had mistaken sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds for missile launches. Petrov demonstrated a rare cognitive trait, metacognitive intelligence. This is the ability to step completely outside of a governing system, observe it rationally, and identify its blind spots. Petrov saved the world by overriding a malfunctioning machine. The most dangerous automated system in the world is the biological one currently running inside our own skulls. We assume we experience reality directly, but neuroscience tells us otherwise. Your brain is actually a simulator. It constantly generates predictions about what will happen next, and then uses sensory data to check its math. To conserve energy, the brain relies on predictable neurological loops. A stimulus triggers a prediction, triggering a response. Over time, these become automated habits. As these loops compress, they form a master operating system governing how you behave. We call this our identity. Your identity acts as a rigid filter for reality. If new information aligns with your worldview, it gets let in. If a fact contradicts your deeply held beliefs, the system automatically rejects it. Your brain is explicitly wired to prioritize the safety and stability of your current identity over the objective truth. To see exactly how identity hijacks logic, we can look at a famous study conducted at Yale Law School. Participants analyzed statistics about whether skin cream cured rashes. Strong math skills easily reached the correct conclusion. Researchers then kept the exact numbers, but swapped the topic to a topic control. Suddenly, those same experts failed to read the data, interpreting the numbers completely backward. The problem was no longer mathematical. It was structural. When a topic threatens political or social identity, the brain treats it as a biological red alert. It immediately deploys cognitive biases to distort the facts and protect the ego. Having a high IQ does not protect you from this system failure. It frequently just makes you better at defending the false alarms going off inside your own head. Most people spend their entire lives trapped inside these automated loops. Whenever reality contradicts their programming, they lash out, argue, or retreat into comfort. The fix for this is adopting Bayesian thinking. You stop treating your deeply held beliefs as undeniable facts and start treating them as hypotheses that need to be actively tested against reality. You see this exact probability-based mindset in operators like Elon Musk. He continually updates his internal models based on new feedback, allowing him to adapt his identity to completely different industries. You cannot override your identity loop with willpower alone. You have to actively place yourself in new environments and force repeated behaviors. The brain observes those new actions and physically overwrites the old protocol. 2 billion years ago, oxygen was a toxic gas that wiped out most life on Earth. The species that survived were the ones that adapted to eat the poison. We define adaptive intelligence by that same flexibility, the ability to evolve our identity to find success in a changing reality. Every day, you are going to encounter internal false alarms that demand you react blindly out of fear, habit, or pride. True intelligence requires the courage to look at the alarms going off in your own mind, question your programming, and hit override.